to our lesson today. Today we are going to discuss light under the chapter of energy, and we are going to investigate how light travels. Now, when we base our argument onto our daily lives, we have sources of light. For example, we have two main sources of light. One, we have natural sources of light, like for example, we have the sun, whereby when we have the sun, its light spreads in all directions. To the other side, we have another type of or source of light, that is man-made or artificial light. What does that mean? Who can explain the meaning of artificial sources of light or man-made sources of light? Anyone? Okay, that is a good trial. We have man-made sources of light. They are all the lights which man has contributed towards their existence. That is why we call them artificial sources of light. And we have them and we use them in our daily lives. Examples of sources of light, that is the artificial sources of light, we have one. Who can name some of the artificial sources of light? Yes, we have the candle. We also have the spotlight, that is the torch. We also have our lamps we use at home. We have pressure lamps, which we can use them in our daily lives. For example, when we use our lamps, that is pressure lamp, light will travel through it in different directions, in all directions. That is when we light it in our room, so we place it in our room, we will be able to have, or everybody in that house will receive light from that source of light, which is the pressure lamp. That means light from pressure lamp will travel in all directions. What about when I use a spotlight like the one I have here, that is the torch? When I light it, you can see where the light is. From my spotlight, that is the torch, light from the torch travel in one direction. That is why you have to use the torch when you want to see something from a particular direction, since it will not, the light from it will not travel in all directions, hence from one direction. Now, as we are going to investigate how light travels, with me I have the following materials. Here I have the matchstick, which will be source of light. I also have, how do we call this? Yes, this is a pipe. And also I have two types of pipes. I have another one here, which is different, of different kind from the first one. When you look at these two pipes, if you compare two of them, is there any difference you can note from them? Any difference? Yes? Okay, when we look at this one, it seems to have, you need to bend it, at least you can. You can try to bend this one, and it can bend very well. That is what is making it different from the second one, since this one is so straight that one cannot bend it. It's very straight. The other material I have is a man-made source of light, that is the candle. I have it here. I also have cardboards with me. Cardboard A, which has hole in between. It has a hole in between. I have also cardboard B, which also has a hole between or at the center. Cardboard C has also a hole at the center. Okay, now I'm going to use all my materials to investigate how light will travel through them. Now, the first thing I'm going to do, I light the candle using my matchstick. Okay, when I'm using the candle, as the candle is on and it has the source of light, the first thing I'll do is to use this straight pipe and see through and look through whether I can see the light from the other end of the candle. What do you think will happen when I have to look through this pipe, the other end of the pipe? Let me do it and see. Yes. When I look through this straight pipe, I can be in a position to see this candle that is the source of light from the other end. What if I use the other pipe, which first of all I'll try to bend it. Will I see through the pipe? Anybody who can try, give us a suggestion whether I can see through the pipe if it's bent. Okay, I will also try. Now, when I look through this pipe, when it's bent, what I'm seeing is total darkness. It is not allowing the passage of light through. So, what am I concluding from the two pipes? Light travels in a straight line, simply because this pipe is very straight, and when I looked in through it, I was in a position to see the light from the other end of the candle. Now, we are going to use the cardboards. I'm going to arrange them in a straight line whereby all the holes at the center will be in the same alignment or in a straight line, to see whether if I look through the cardboards, whether I will see the light from the candle. So I'll start from the cardboard A. I have also cardboard B, then cardboard C. When we are arranging all these, there's one thing we have to note. All the holes from the three candles should be in a straight line, so that we may see whether light from the candle, or whether we can see the light from the candle when we look at it from candle C. Okay, let us begin as we arrange these cardboards in a straight line with the holes in a straight line. Let us look through whether we can see the light from the candle at the back of cardboard C. Okay. I can see that light very well from the candle. Now hoping that we have seen that the light from the candle can be seen when one looked at it through cardboard C. What if I change the position of cardboard B, what will happen? Anyone who can try what will happen if I take this cardboard B and put it aside such that it's not in the same alignment with the other cardboards. Let's check. Let's begin on that. Let me see whether we can see the light the way it appeared from when the cardboards were arranged in the same straight line. Okay. From the look, when B is changed its position from the alignment which was there before, we cannot see the light from the candle simply because B has brought an obstruction where the light will not travel in a straight line. So, it means that all the light from the candle can be viewed well or can be seen well when all the holes are arranged in a straight line. And that is why we were able to see the light when it was in a straight, when the cardboards were arranged in a straight line. But when B was obstructed, I took it and kept it aside, we were not able to see through the light very well. Okay. Now, what do we summarize from today's experiment? What can we note from all what we have seen? So we have observed that light travels in a straight line. Light travels in a straight line. And when the light is traveling from the candle all through the 3 holes, we have that path which light travels through, which is very straight, and we call that path a ray of light. That is a ray of light. Now, when we have a lamp like the pressure lamp, when we light it inside the house, we will have the rays which will be dispersed, which will move in different directions so that we can have light in the whole room. The group of rays from the source of light, that is what we call them beam of light. Now, as we conclude, what have we said is a ray of light? Somebody to try? Yes. We have said a ray of light is a straight line that shows the path of light and its direction of travel from the source. Again, what have we said is the group of rays. How do we call the group of rays? Trio is, we call it a beam. A beam is group of rays. Until next time, thank you for cooperating. Bye-bye.